when the electric band makes an appearance, it's definitely noticeable. So we're thrilled to have the electric band Fennis Dembo in the house tonight. I'd like to thank the media who have come today, and thank you for being here. I'd like to thank all the teammates that showed up for this and their families that are here. Got a chance to see some of them last night, which was awesome. Want the media to understand there has been a little miscommunication on our part. The fact of the matter is, we are retiring number 34, Fennis Dembo's jersey. We are not honoring it. Fennis Dembo's jersey will not be worn again by a Wyoming Cowboy basketball player in the future, which is the ultimate honor. How did this come about? Kevin and I have been talking for years about how we can do a better job of honoring and recognizing our traditions. And we have a wonderful Hall of Fame, which Fennis went into in 1993. There are many Hall of Famers in the room tonight. And it was a opportunity. One day I walked in the arena and I sat down and I was looking at Kenny Saylor's jersey and I'm thinking, what can we do to honor somebody like Fennis, who transformed a generation of basketball in Wyoming. He wasn't just a really good player. Obviously, he was the all-time leading scorer and at the time the all-time leading rebounder. But he was a personality. He had a charisma and a style that we've never seen before or since at the University of Wyoming. At this time, I would like to introduce to you the electric band, Mr. Fennis Dembo.
So, what my great honor to come back home to have my jersey retired next to Kenny Saylor's, and I tell people all the time that Kenny, he's on a different universe than I, could ever be on. So it's a great honor just to be up there in the rafters next to him. And a lot of hands have played the part of me, getting to this point where, Burman and Kevin and all the athletic department would ever think of hanging my jersey up. A lot of teammates came in town to support this, and they played a big part in all this happening. And that's why I want to make sure that, they walk out on the court with me tonight and share this moment with me, because it's so important, for them letting me be me and growing as a young man and playing here at the University of Wyoming and accomplishing everything as a team and individually, because I always talked about, yes, I had individual goals, but I would never let that interfere with the team goals and the things we wanted to get accomplished and the hard work, that was put forward by all of us. And as you know, Coach Brandenburg won't be able to make it, but he's called me and wished me, congratulated me, sorry to say, in that I've heard from a lot of previous players, Charles Bradley, and things like that. So that's where I'm at, ready for tonight. I'm not gonna spill the beans now, but I have something also special that I'm gonna do, for the university. So I hope you guys, keep your ear open at the end of the presentation and see something that I want to give back, because this university has done so much for me. It has put me open doors, not put me, but it's opened doors all over the world, all over the country, in different states, just because I played here at the University of Wyoming. And they remember the time, we went to New York and the UCLA game, and most of all, the sitting up on the rim and things like that. So, hey, as fans and as a player, man, we shared a lot of memories here, through the years. And also, Reggie Slater is here, a guy who played after me and we recruited, and now he's the all-time leading rebounder, and we kid and stuff about that. I'm appreciative of you being here, Reggie. We didn't play together, but we are friends, and he comes back and supports the program and everything. All righty?
Fennis, I saw you at the airport yesterday, and it was pretty emotional for you seeing all the people that had come to surprise you there, and you weren't really sure how you were going to feel today. Now that you're in here, and are the memories coming back? How are you feeling about it today?
It's a lot better. The butterflies and stuff and the stuff. It was surreal yesterday because all I was expecting was Tom and Kevin to be there, pick me up, hey, we go have a bite to eat and get to the hotel, and to see all. It was such a crowd in there, and I know it don't be that many people flying out of Laramie Airport, and then you start recognizing faces that were familiar because everything was out of place at that time. And it was great. And as I've got a chance to spend some time with my players and just be here in the city, everything has calmed down. You know, it was just so much yesterday getting off the plane. But now it feels good. I'm willing to say, hey, I'm getting my jersey retired and I'm sharing it with family, friends, and things like that. So we're moving full steam ahead now.
What are your favorite memories or stories from your time ball?
It's so many, but I always relate back to the my sophomore year, the NIT did, and the game we won here against Clemson, because that was the start of everything. And we were all just sophomores, and we really wanted to go to the NCAA tournament that year, and we ended up losing to a UTEP team here in our gym on a last-second shot. And knowing that if we go to the NCAA, we probably win one game, we out, and not get the experience that we got playing in the NIT and making it all the way to the finals and getting exposure in New York City. So that's my fondest memory of when it all kicked off and we won here in NIT.
I don't know if you saw it, but AJ Banks did basically he did that exact same photo of you in the locker room wearing the hat, all that kind of stuff. A lot of people look up to you here. A lot of people who are going to be at this game today watched you play. What does it mean to still have people think so fondly of you?
It's great. That's why I always say that this is home. And you come back here and you get treated so well and have fond memories. And today I went and spoke with the squad that's going before shoot around, and AJ mentioned it to me, and I'm looking forward to seeing it. I'm serious.
It's pretty good.
Hey, show it to me. I want to see that. Get a picture of it. Yeah.
Fennis, when did you come to the realization of the impact that you made, not just on the university and the state of Wyoming, but also the legacy that you have that pokes after you? You know, we still see your name, we still hear your name, and you are, who we are to look up to. We want to be, we want to make an impact, because that's what being a great player is, making an impact. When did you realize, okay, I'm making an impact, and these younger guys, they're going to be looking up to me? When did that kind of hit you?
You go through your career, and you compete, and you do what you have to do, man. And you build these friendships, and you build this camaraderie with the guys that you're competing with, and you do your best. But you really don't realize the effect that you've had or left until you're away from the school, the program, the game of basketball. You don't realize, and I just realized it maybe probably in the last 10 years, 15, and and realizing, the players like yourself and the Baileys and all of them who have come after me, coming back and revisiting the impact that I've made, man. These honors, that it makes you realize that. So it's just an ever learning process with that, and you try to improve yourself when you're being looked upon like that from a program standpoint, man, because you have a lot of great programs in the country, and this is the only university in the state of Wyoming. And to have that type of effect going to this school, it's important, that I be a good person for the guys that's going to play here later on, and the impact that, you know, they may, whatever experiences that I had that they may want to talk to me about. It's just important that I keep myself, you know, understanding my effect on this university. Yes.
You're from Mobile?
Mobile, yeah, we're originally from Mobile. Most of my growing up years were in San Antonio, so I claim San Antonio.
How'd you get along?
Coach Branningberg, you know, he used to coach in San Antonio, Burman High School that was in my district. And he had moved on to Montana and he was coaching here and came down. He had already signed Turk out of Houston and came and see me at high school all-state, all-star game. And my roommate, Les Bolden, was playing. They had a junior college all-star game. He was a junior college All-American. He was playing in one, and we talked. He invited me up, and I had took some other visits. I went out to Mexico State. I had to do the visit down to UTSA, my hometown school. Came out here. Rest is history. Rest is history. He wanted me to sign when I was here. You know, I went out snowmobiling. I told him I was going to do it because I wanted to do it back at my high school. You know, kind of make it a big deal. You know, doing it at my school.
Did you ever think that, you know, coming from San Antonio, that this would be a place that you'd think of as home?
No, I wanted to leave during my freshman year, and you go through your ups and downs. It was a tough experience. Because I wasn't used to losing. We didn't do very well, and then you have expectations of yourself, and I'm pretty sure, you know, the way the coaching staff and everybody treated me, you know, as a recruit coming in, that they expected, you know, certain things from myself, and I didn't feel like I was delivering, and it was about time, you know, to start moving the program in the right direction, you know, with other help, because I knew I had talent on the team, and I knew the development with Eric Leckner, you know, being a big guy like that. Nobody had possessed that type of center in this league, and we had that. And then I looked upon myself, you know, so we just did it like that, man, grew as a group. And, you know, it turned out the way it did. You know, we accomplished everything we wanted to accomplish. You know, we went to Sweet 16, but my goal was at least make it to the Final Four. We didn't get a chance to do that because of some circumstances, but look how it all turned out. You know, we here celebrating, having my jersey retired with all my ex-teammates. And I can tell you one thing for sure, I would have put this on the line, as any athlete that played in any university, do they have the type of relationship with the players they played with? To this day, 30 years later after they've left the university, and I'm willing to put my track record against any of them because I still have a relationship with the guys I played with, and we close, we family, we brothers, and they here to celebrate my jersey going up in the Raptors and say, hey, I played with that guy, we shared, you know, we fought, we sweated, we cried, we fought, you know, we disagreed on things, we succeeded, you know, going to New York, going to the Sweet 16, and things like that, so it's special, it's special. All right?
We're good.
We're good.